What's up YouTube? Welcome to the channel. This is Outdoors for Living. My name is Greg. Today's video we're going to be opening and testing out a affordable Amazon water pump. So this is a 1.7 horsepower 2-stroke 43cc commercial water transfer pump. It does 8,000 liters an hour, which that roughly translates to about 2,113 gallons per hour. Now this is an affordable option. I got this on Amazon for $138 and that included shipping. We're going to see how it is from an unboxing standpoint, and then we're going to take it outside and test it out. This product didn't really have a whole lot of reviews on Amazon. This is significantly cheaper than even a Harbor Freight option, but we'll see what kind of quality we get out of it. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. The brand on this is EAP-MIC. So I've never heard of that before. This isn't the cheapest pump you can get on Amazon. There is some cheaper ones, however I did notice that you had to pay for shipping on those ones. So the price comes out about the same, and I thought that maybe this one might be a little better than the absolute cheapest model. So let's check this thing out. This is the box that it came in. Looks like the box is in decent shape. We'll open it up here. Okay, this is what the contents inside the box look like. So let's take a look and see what we got here. We got some kind of cover here. Looks like we got a screener, a cheap filter. The screener is plastic. It looks like there is a small, I guess, gas tank here for filling up and mixing the gas and the oil. Nice little measuring thing on the side. Probably not something I'll use, at least not for actually storing gas for this, but is included. Okay, also comes with a little toolkit. We'll take a peek inside that a little bit. And this is the unit itself. And it does come with a instruction manual. All right, let's take a look at this thing. So it's interesting. It came with this cover here. I'm kind of assuming that that is some kind of mistake. I don't see why they would give you two of those, but it's interesting. But that's the carb and air filter cover. Looks like that's the choke there. I'm assuming that that's probably a kill switch, throttle, a little look at the back, and look at the front. Okay, comes with a little cover here. Hoping I have a hose here that'll fit on that. Another cover here. Very inexpensive little flap in there on the gasket. So we'll see. It's an affordable option for sure. If you're on a budget, We're gonna find out if this thing's worth it or not. It is lightweight. Let's take a look at this. This is plastic. It's the drain. Yeah, not super heavy. Doesn't have rubber feet on the bottom, unless those did come inside of this kit somewhere. I'm just not seeing it yet. All right, so here's the setup. My backyard right now is very flooded. Got the inlet hose going to the pump, going here to the ditch, and it'll flow out that way off the property. All right, first we're gonna prime the pump. So we'll take this cap off here. Got some water. Go ahead and fill this up. Now, it is important you do this, otherwise you can burn the pump up. You're just going to keep filling this up until it's overflowing. Okay. Cap that off. So I can tell this cap is going to be something you'll have to be very careful with. Doesn't quite screw into there super easily. Thinking that's choke. We'll try that first. Okay. Alright, so once I figured out which way the throttle went and which way the choke went, it fired up pretty easily. You're going to see here in a second as it starts to build up pressure, the 1-inch hose that I got, which is actually a Harbor Freight hose, it does start to leak. So I'm not going to blame that on the pump, but you'll see here in a second what happens. Now this was on here as tight as it could be. It could be a little bit of tolerances on the pump itself, but it also could be the hose. I don't know. I ended up just getting some electrical tape and taping that shut so that it stops spraying everywhere. You'll see that in a moment. And I'm going to start to tell you my thoughts on this pump. So as I said earlier, this is a very affordable option. Different people are going to be on different budgets, things like that. There are definitely better pumps out there on the market, 100%. Even a Harbor Freight pump is a better quality than this pump is. Now, I only need this pump a couple times a year, and I'm also going to use it as a backup to my 1-inch electric pumps. I do also have a 3-inch Harbor Freight pump, but for certain things it pumps too fast. So this is a real world scenario. The filter on the end of this started to clog up, and as I was trying to kind of shake it loose, and I was also pulling this bucket out, the pump shut off. I actually thought at first that it was because of losing water. What I found out here in a moment was the spark plug cap actually had rattled itself loose off of the spark plug. So I thought that was a little bit interesting. This thing does vibrate a lot. But once I figured that out, it fired back up. I ran this pump for about an hour, and when I shut it off at the end of the test, which I don't have on video, it had pretty much used an entire tank of gas. I was mainly running the pump on high idle, which with these 2 strokes, you probably do want to run it high. Otherwise, you're probably going to have carbon build up and have some issues. I will say this pump is very loud, but I also would say most 2-stroke pumps like this are going to be very loud. Here, I'm bumping it down to the lowest idle speed. So that still does pump. It still pumps fairly decently. But my thought is running it on a lower idle speed, like I said, is going to foul up something with carbon. A little bit of info on this whole yard situation. So I do plan on putting in French drains and a catch basin with a hardwired pump later this spring. If you want, subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned in on that. Right now I'm bumping it back up to a high idle speed. Overall, I think it really depends on your use case of, what your expectations are and the frequency of use. If you're looking for a pump for a couple times a year, this may be a good pump for you. If you're a farmer and you're dealing with irrigation and stuff like that, where you're using this pump every day, I don't think this is a good choice. The quality on it is low. So again, if you're kind of throwing a pump in and out of like a side-by-side or something like that, or even the back of a pickup truck all the time, I think the quality on this is going to easily be damaged. But if you're only using it sparingly and you're storing it carefully, it may run just fine. I think for me, it will be just fine. Again, with just some reasonable expectations. These are just some shots of the water flow. It's amazing how much water pulls up back here. I have been running an electric pump back here because I'm trying to get this dried out so I can actually get a truck in here soon. And we had a rainstorm last night that had about 3 inches of water. Alright, I'm just trying to kill switch out right now. The filter on the end of the inlet line had clogged up a little bit while it was running, which is something that's going to happen with these style pumps. Again, this is a very makeshift situation with just a very simple setup here with a bucket with some holes. So it's definitely warmed up now. Let's see how she starts. I would say this pump does move a decent amount of water. Here in a second, I'm gonna just sort of simulate a little bit of a spray test. I know probably more West Coast, but people ask about these smaller pumps for like firefighting purposes for wildfires. I don't have a nozzle, so this is just me putting my finger and kind of, squeezing the hose at the end, but I probably got about 25-30 feet of spray doing that. So I don't know, you be the judge. I'm not a wildfire fireman, but maybe it'll work for that. Like I said, overall it depends on your case use. If you're hard on equipment and you're really gonna put this pump through its paces, maybe this isn't the right pump for you. If you're just looking for occasional use or a backup pump and you're gonna treat it carefully, it may work just fine. This can be it for this video. This was a real fast unboxing review. If you have any more questions, feedback, comments, put them in the comment bar below. I'll get back to you. As I continue to use this pump, I'll try to have some other quick update videos. And if it has any major issues, I'll comment on this video as well as an update video. Hope you found this video useful. If you like this content, please consider liking and subscribing. And like I said, tune back in because this spring, this backyard is going to have a transformation where we do some French drains with some permanent pump setup. All right, thanks for stopping by.